Alright. I turned up the music a bit more this time because I realized last time I couldn't even hear it at all. This week I was a bit obsessed with the game Once Human, so I didn't get quite as much crafting stuff as I normally would done, but that's fine. Um, this isn't like a full-time job yet, and I don't ever necessarily want it to be a full-time. It's just I showed a bit of this one last week because I was starting on it, and then I actually completed this one yesterday, late last night. Um, so that's all I've gotten done this week. I still need to write the blurb for these. I was thinking of doing that last night, but I got kind of carried away and I wanted to finish this. Um, I want to finish that junk journal. So this is the other 12 Days of Christmas one that I was going to make. Let me turn that down just a teensy bit more. Okay, so this is the other one I wanted to make. And I'm going to have to hold it up to the camera here and there, but it's fine. Another weathered card. This is a set of trivia cards I got a while back, but obviously it's layered. There's two pockets here. You have the pink one behind that's holding two like bookmarks. And last week I had spent time lining all of these. Just, simple pockets. This is my character I added through this one. Through things here. So since I don't have as many pages for this junk journal, I've turned a lot of them into just straight up writing pages like that. This one I might be sending to a YouTube creator that I enjoy. They've been having... How do I word this? They've been having a lot of trouble lately with their dog's medical life, and they really care about their dog, so I thought maybe they would like something to cheer them up. And they do a lot of advent stuff. So yeah, I just utilized the space above this Lords of Leaping thing, that. And you'll notice I'll have these throughout the entire junk journal. Like this one's one, and then here we got two. There'll be three coming up soon. So this is just an envelope that I put in here. It's holding multiple things, so I gotta be careful. So it's just an envelope. These little circles is actually just a rolled up piece of paper. It gets a weird oval-esque design. I kind of enjoyed it. I make more of those in different sizes if I ever need to. Another trivia card and playing card. These are envelopes. I had a whole bunch of envelopes. I didn't know what to do with them. So I broke them down to be like this, like fold out. Just cut the sides, you know what I mean? And then just sprayed them with some coffee water with a little bit of ink. And that's what we got, This is another side pocket here because you're supposed to turn the book like this, right here, and then you got the little side pocket stuff. Who says a junk journal needs to be, forward facing? This is the next page. Again, just I got these bottles, like the blue sticker here from a craft purchase of mine a while back, and I realized that I could paint with Posca on the sticker itself. So I did that, and then I glued it onto a sheet of paper to make a note piece. And then those other stickers that are there are just stickers I got from another thing. But look how cute the berries with the bakery. The little note cards. This is from another book of mine, the New Year Wish thing. This also came from the same book. It was just a Christmas book I got a while back, and has another poem right there. Just folded and inked, And this, the paper that I used for this was just sitting around. Like, I tried selling as a scrapbook set, and no one wanted it. Like, I wasn't charging a lot for it. I think at one point I was charging like $5 for the entire set, and it was like an entire quarter, I forget what the word is, but a whole bunch of pages, and no one wanted it, so I was like, okay, well, I'm bored, let me turn them into junk journals. So we got this, we got 3 hens. There's my paper ribbon I really like to do. I have rolls of it at this point. I'm planning on selling them at one point. I want to take them to the sewing machine first, but I'm scared of the sewing machine. Just a whole ribbon. I've made these. This circle is 10 feet of paper ribbon. I measured it out like a weirdo. All I needed to know, you know? Another layered look. I really like layering the papers like this. These are on like note papers. People can write on them. Then we have Line of Hearts. Music is a bit somber, but you know, it's a bit of a gray day today. Day 4. Now this I had a lot of fun. This was like a brilliant idea of mine. If you look at it, it looks almost like it's snow covered with the brown splotches. I just took my my wannabe ink piece and put that on there. But look, and I took the tree stamp and I barely inked it to make it look like it's coming through like a snowstorm. And you can write on this with a black pen pretty easy. Like, let me show you something. This is an amazing pen. This pen is erasable. But like, you can go see, you can write on that. Like, it's very nice. It's very easy. Cool part is I can just erase this. No one needs to know. Yes, the pen in here I did with this one. Just in case if they didn't want it, they could just get rid of it. Why make life a specific way when you can do however you want? Okay, so this one I was not too happy with. The Mary came out sideways. It keeps bending on itself. But I do like the inside. Like, look how pretty this is. I keep lifting it up. Look how pretty that came out. Like, it's such a simple design. It's just like you got the belly band piece here. It's just a trifold. Like, that's another pocket. This thing comes out. I was thinking about putting another sticker right here, but I felt like it would be a bit too much. Then we have the custom card I showed you last time that I did. Like some of the stuff I showed you last time that I was working on. And then Noel with the little guy. It's another paper piece. I don't want to show you everything. And then we got the 5. Because, like, if someone wants to buy this, I want them to have some pieces of, like, oh, what's that? You know. More line page. Then we got 6. And this is another set of layered paper. I really like doing the layered paper for note cards. Another layered paper with that. My whole thing is I want people to want to write in these books and pull out the papers and add new papers in, you know. I'm in love with the recipe thing here, and they can write their own right there if they ever wanted to. Got the 2 pages here, another page here. It's a junk journal first and foremost. Like I know people sometimes cover the pages with everything, but I love journal space. There's day 8. More writing space with the cool background. There's our little guy. I actually really like this piece. It's such a small. This was a cutoff of the other page, but like, it's so small. It's got that little button design, and then you got writing space. You can just write on that, and then you can tuck it back in, or you can hand it off to a friend. It's a note card now. You like to from. Just take a whole bunch to it. Put it on a gift wrap. I don't fucking care. Enjoy it. Have fun with it. That's the whole part of this. Create more. I'm not going to show you what's in that envelope. I want it to be a surprise. But it is a really cool envelope. This is, that was scrap from the book. This was a paper pack I got from Dollar Tree. And the envelope I got a huge bin of these envelopes for just a couple bucks at the Goodwill. I did another one of that snowscape with the trees on this part. You can't see it from far away because the camera sucks. I don't have a good camera. I'm probably never gonna get a good camera. I was thinking about it for like VTuber stuff if I ever get back into streaming fully, but I don't think so. Speaking of which, I need to link my my Twitch because I do sometimes craft there. That has been a thing. This is slowly going back that way. Let's fix that. Another altered card. I know I could just put normal cards in there, but I don't want to. This piece has the stars. And I know I'm going a bit fast, but I have another one I want to get through. Another recipe page. Try to put one per signature. I'm very mathematical with those things. This one I just went chaos mode with the stamps because it's fun. And this is the last page. You got a couple bookmarks. I did leave a spot right here. That's where my note's gonna go for the reader. Every junk journal is gonna get a note from me when I either sell it or put it up for sale in a stall. Because it's important to do that type of stuff. Definitely. I just got in from a walk, so my nose is like, what is life? So what I do is I got these eyewitness books that are kind of old and a little bit damaged. They were gonna rot, you know what I mean? And I take one book and I put it to a junk journal. And this one I took the seashore one. I took a bunch of my sea-related paper and stuff. This is a note card, dirt right on the front. They could take it out, replace it with something else. It's a really cute coral design. I know coral's at the seashore in Australia, but, you know, it's not common. It's just the first page. My note to the reader is going to go here. Just this friend, noun, a person whom one knows well and is fond of, an ally, supporter, or sympathizer, loves you for who you are, unconditionally accepts you. I love putting that one in there. Then we have courage above fear. There's going to be a little bit of dice going on, because whenever I think of the seashore, I also think of pirates and stuff. A little bit of fishing. Create. There's going to be a few of those throughout this one. The doily, because I'm trying to get rid of those. They look kind of cute. They're a good little page divider. And again, you could just rip this out if you want and use it on something else. The whole part about junk journals is if you want to rip the whole thing out, put in a whole new set of pages, feel free. Like, if you don't like the front and you want to rip this off and cover it with more fabric, feel free. It doesn't matter. The whole point is freedom. If you don't like the cover and you want to change it, change it. Look at that. I really love that. I love the tier. But I did a lot of tier designing in this one. We have our little guy here. He's going to be seen throughout a couple times. Several of these bubble pages, because I love it. This has 2 sheets of paper and a little designed card there. I'm not going to show you, because, again, if someone gets this, I want it special. I love this little mousy guy. I got it from a pack a while back. There's a sea stencil I also got from the Dollar Tree. And then this sticker, that's really pretty. It does shine. There's 2 of those in this junk journal. And you saw last week I had these silhouettes, so I put one set in this junk journal. Probably gonna keep doing that until I run out. Oh, I keep lifting it to show you. Get the fish. Another fish with a little bit of bubbles going on. Calvin and Hobbes page, because I love Calvin and Hobbes. Another ribbon spot. This, a little bit of writing space right here. And a bunch of writing pieces that they could play with. And a mystery card! Oh, that reminds me, I do have the mystery tarot piece right there that I will not be showing because that is for the user. That's what this book is supposed to encompass a bit. Oh, and I forgot to show off something else actually. I applied a little ticket to this as a note spot. And it just tucks right back in there. Isn't that awesome? This music sounds so somber, but it's nice to me. This is a excerpt from another book that I've been slowly going through. It's like the history of dragons. Little word pieces. Another bubble page. Look at this seal. He's so cute. Came from the same eyewitness book, and then your future belongs to you. I left the frame here blank so they can write in it. More writing space, more writing space. And then we got the excerpt from the beginning of the book, The World of the Seashore. And then this is like a little travel page, almost. And we got this collage of some of the imagery from the book. There's another collage spot later. Flower. There's that doily again. I thought this was cute because it has a little shark. It's from a trick or treat book that I really liked. Oop. Ah, let go. I hate when that happens. It's probably gonna grab it again too later. This is one of those spots where I think I decorated the back actually. Yeah, I did. Yeah, it's cute. You know, it opens to a note spot. These are really easy to make, so all you do all that you do is you glue, you have your base paper here, you have your base construction paper here. You take your top paper, which was this one, and I just glued the edges down. And only the edges, and then you cut a sheet of paper. It kind of fits in the middle, a little bit on this side too, because you need a bit of a grabby. You just cut, and then you glue that into the top part, and then you just stick it into the hole, you know? It's one of the easiest little cool things you can make. Like, I have a bunch of pages I kind of want to do this with. I might make, you know what, maybe I'll do that this week. Maybe I'll make a bunch of these. I have a lot of digital work I want to do this week, so next week I'll probably be showing off mostly still images while I talk over it. Another page, this cute owl come from a sticker book I have. Got a hidden tuck here with a, what's it called? Little notebook spot. Bookmark, that's the word. It's a bookmark. I'm having trouble today. This was a sticker thing I got from a little bundle of crap a while back. This also. And then we have the envelope here with 2 pages. Oh, no, it's not 2 pages. This is the create card that comes inside. And then those are stickers, if you can't see right there. Those are stickers. I'm not going to show you what they are, because that's not for me to show you. Gotta space them out a little bit so it's not so bulky. Then we got the little puffer fish with that, so I think it's really cute. And then we got a couple little goodies hidden there. This was a free pick sticker. Again, it was a sticker idea. I was going to use it for like a Halloween pack for the kids here, because I usually do stickers and like a word search or something. But I'm not really fond of giving kids excess candy. They can, it's an overabundance thing. I feel like they should learn at a young age to control their sugar consumption, because if it's too long into their life, it's so much harder to learn. And you can't just tell them no sugar, because come on, Snicker bar tastes amazing. You just gotta tell them, you know, portion it out a little bit. Have one Snicker bar a week, or every other week, depending on if they have diabetes or not. And yes, kids can get diabetes. That's this page. It's important to, like, teach them those self-regulation skills for when they get older. Look at that. But I still wanted kids to get something nice and, like, super cool for, Halloween. So I would do you know, the sticker packs with the word searches or the crosswords, you know. Something to get their mind away from everything. They deserve it, you know? Growth will always bring the light. That's another envelope. There's some goodies hidden in there. I'm not going to show you because I want it to surprise. We got another bubble page here with some more comics. Got another handmade bottle for this one. I try to add at least one of these until I run out. I have another, I want to say 5 or 6 to go. I don't like putting them all into one junk journal because it kind of gets overwhelming. All my stuff is like spread out between dozens and dozens of journals. Because you only really, like, I only have one of this card. This is from a, yeah, the Sideshow Snap game. I really liked the art, so I kept it. And, like, you just need one of those, and you're good. And I only had a couple of these per round, because I kind of like how they look. This was supposed to be turned this way. Got movement. I guess I could also just bring my camera down more next time. It's so much harder to keep it in frame if you don't have extra space, though. If you can't tell, I do have ADHD. My brain jumps all over the place. It's just something you're gonna have to deal with. If you wanted to watch my journey with my stuff. And yes, I inked almost all of this week. I put all the gluing together this week. It doesn't look like a lot of work because it's all encompassed in a book. But, you know, this took hours. I'm telling that mostly for myself because I always forget. Like, I'm like, I did nothing this week, and then I'll look back on this and I'll be like, but I did a bunch of things. This is a tarot set I got a while ago. I don't mind showing it too. Look how cute that is. Like, I got the whole box at Goodwill. I might have showed this last week. I don't remember. All I do know is this is one of the most adorable things in the world. So yeah, I got it for it was yellow, so I actually got this for $1 at Goodwill. And I was willing to spend that because of the art on it. And you gotta think, that's how many junk journals this would be good for. Like, I'm only gonna put 1. I might put 2 if I have, like, a tarot-themed junk journal. But look how cute these are. Like, think about that ending up inside of a landfill. You know? It's adorable. It doesn't even look horrifying. It's just hanging for... It's kind of lemurring around, you know? Okay, that one's a little scary. But, like, it's also cute. Temperance, the devil, the world, judgment. That's really cute. Multiple eyes. And, like, think about this. This would have ended up in a landfill, and now it's in a book. And someone out there is going to get this, and they're going to look at it, and they're going to be like, what the hell? That's so cute. I love this thing. But I usually choose them at random. I just shuffle it out like this. I'm part of the RNG is the true way of life, basically. So I just shuffle it around, and then I pick a random card like that. And then that will be the next junk journal card. I do the same thing with, well, I usually do the same thing with the oracle cards. Unless they're theme decks, I usually go, alright, the first water creature that appears is going to be the theme for this one. So. I have another page. I bought this super cheap too. I really loved how these looked. I find all sorts of fun stuff at the dollar. Well, not the dollar store, the Goodwill. I'm trying to add these. I literally just added a blank page because I kind of just wanted to. Everything's always decorated with stamps and stuff. I was just like, let's do one plain. But this one is, this job would have been perfect if it weren't for the word. I love that line. And then we got our little octopus friend here roaming around. I had enough of that set to use one for each area. This is, another tarot piece, but it was from a book. So I just glued this onto a backing. I love that paper. It actually is quite shimmery. I don't know if the... Absolutely not. Why would it? Okay, just a couple more pages left. Then they got this page. This is from another book. but it had the backs were white already, so they're very thin. And then I inked the backing here a while back, and then I just put on that top. This is actually from the cover of the book, like the inner pages. Alright, and this is the last page of the book. We got a trio stack there with, I love, this is another collage of the imagery that was in the book. Obviously not the cargo sheet of paper, but everything else is. And then we have this little guy, which is filled to the brim with just paper pieces to either write on or decorate with. Sometimes I'll add a piece like that. It's an envelope made out of book pages. You know. It's very simple. Oh, and this, actually, let me show you an easier one for me to pull out. Where was it? Right here. I made these a while back. This is actually washi tape, and I also got the washi tape on clearance. Like I say, I buy almost everything on sale. If it's going to enter the landfill, I'm like, cool, I can use it. And this is just washi tape I layered, then I Mod Podged over the top of it to help it stay adhered downwards. And then, it's on white paper, so it became a note card. It's that simple. And this is from, I bought a pack of old shipping labels that weren't good anymore. I cut them down, and now I ink on top of them. Like, I cut them down to make them blank. And I have so many of them. What I do is I take my spell stamps, and I stamp on those, and cut these out for stickers. You see? My music stopped. Let me start that up again. So what you do is I just take those labels I got, because it was like $10 for a huge box of it. Or I think it might have been less than that. It was advertised in a scrap paper resale bullshit store as sticker paper. You know. And I really love this cover. Like, that's actually from the front. I know I showed it off earlier, but I really like it. So I didn't do too much this week. That's all I did. I spent nights on this, spent a few nights on this. That's not all I did. I'm an idiot. I should show you the other thing that I did real quick. I actually did one other thing that I keep forgetting about because I didn't pull it out like I was supposed to. I dyed paper. I needed a bunch of paper because I was running out. Some of this paper I had prior, I'm going to be honest. Most of it's all new, though. Believe it or not. I would say probably about 2/3 of this is new. So I had old tea that was going bad, and I had food dye that was going bad, and I had t-shirt dye that was expired. So, pigment is pigment. And I needed paper. Like, every once in a while, I just run out of the paper I need, and it becomes a feat to have to make more when I absolutely need it. And I was running low. I'm first going to show you this awesome gradient. Like, look at that. Look how pretty that is. So this is the other thing I did. A lot of it came from expired food dye. You know. Coming up way more paler than it actually is. In the shadows, you can see it real well. And we got this awesome, almost gray, purple, red color of paper. But yeah, I also dyed all this week. I guess I did a little bit more. This took me, I think, 3 days to do. I don't have a lot of space to dry the paper. Kind of nice looking at it moving around like that in the camera. I didn't have a lot of time to dye the paper. No, other way around. I didn't have a lot of space to dye the paper, so I can only do batches of 15 at a time. But what I did is I just had 15 sitting in the liquid, 15 drying, and then I just rotated it around. So some of this, there's only 15 of a specific color, but you know, I like it. It's a nice, how long is that? And I just have it set up in my cabinet area, and I pull them out as I need it. Having a variant of colors is fantastic, and this type of paper, like, when you wet it down and re-dry it, it just gives off its own particular sound. I can't get it to pick up on camera, but there's just something nice about the sound of slightly old paper. This is also just printer paper. I ran out of my other stuff, but I can't buy my other stuff right now because the world has made money to be very tight lately. And this works just fine. You can still write on it, it's just not my preferred texture. Anyway, I guess we'll pull up this little guy and go, hello. A little bit of lag there. But hello! Welcome to the world of Puppy. His ears decided to open up last week, so I've been playing with them. If you have any questions, just feel free to write them down. Ask away. I'm usually an open book. I guess that's about it. I'll try to. I gotta remember to put my Twitch in the description. I don't use it too often. I've been trying to use it more. I usually game more often than I do crafting, so just be prepared for that. But I do some crafting on there. And I might do some of the digital work on there this week. I'm not sure. I usually get very antisocial. Have a wonderful day. I'm not good at ending things. Never have been. Never will be.